What are you doing?
I've just been feeling a lot of Stranger Things this week.
Oh God. I'm Mel.
And I'm Andrew.
And you're watching the Friday Fix. So we're going to kick it off as usual with what we've been playing this week.
Starting off with Hob. Fantastic 3D platformer.
Yeah, this was really great. So it's from the people who made the Torchlight series.
Yeah.
And you can really feel that we love Torchlight.
Yeah. The art style is so similar.
Yeah, exactly. Really lovely little kind of puzzle platformer game, and you play as a little robot.
Yeah, exactly. And you're in this beautiful world where everything is interactable.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like machine and nature against this mysterious other species, I would say. And it's just so much fun. Very reminiscent of the 64 platformers from my childhood.
Yes, exactly. That's definitely what I would say. Just really, there's something really nostalgic about it. It was, really kind of whimsical, really wistful. Just really enjoyable. It really sucks you in. You kind of feel totally absorbed in that world. And like you said, when the credits rolled, you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Like,
devastated after 16 hours straight.
Yeah.
That was it.
So yeah, we absolutely loved Hob. We've also been playing FIFA 18, inevitably.
Oh yes, it's come out again this week. And it's just another improvement.
Yeah.
They always just improve. This one, it's got a few new features, including the sequel to the campaign story of Alex Hunter. Who,
by the way, if you're named Alex Hunter, you get this game for free.
Really?
Yeah, I'm so mad about it. So basically, if you're called Alex Hunter, you can get it free from game. You just have to email them with, I think, like a copy of your birth certificate or your passport, something like that, and they will take variations on Alex Hunter, so like Alexandra or Alexander, that kind of thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, let us know if you manage to do that. I'm supremely jealous. Like, I'm
very pumped for them.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that the next campaign mode is this amazing female footballer that just happens to be called Ella Sillywood. That would be pretty great. Yeah, I mean, it's a common name. That's not. So, but yeah, I mean, people say that FIFAs are all the same, but I genuinely think they do get better every year.
Definitely.
And if you like football, if you like FIFA, then you know, kind of this is the game for you. There's not, you know. There's not ever huge changes, but it definitely is an improvement over FIFA 17, which it kind of has to be. I don't think that you can release a game every year and it not really improve, you know. So I think definitely we've been enjoying it. Again, it's one that sucks you in, isn't it? You just seem to spend hours playing it and you're like, oh God, where's my life gone?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, definitely a good one. So this week we've also been playing our SNES Mini.
Ah, the SNES, fantastic. We were so excited to get it.
Yeah.
We've got our unboxing video up already if you're interested in checking that out.
We are obsessed. I think it's pretty safe to say we probably have not put this thing down. It is everything I hoped for. I totally got on board on the hype train for the SNES Mini. I know lots of people were like, oh, you know, you could just do it with an emulator or they won't make enough. I didn't care, I wanted it. It is incredible. We kicked it off with Street Fighter.
Oh, we did.
So
and I got absolutely spanked in that one.
Yeah, so I love this game. I played it as a kid with my cousins and they did not go easy on me, which at the time I didn't appreciate, but now I'm like, okay, this worked out because I did not go easy on him.
You did not.
And it paid off. So yeah, so I'm pretty grateful for the years of like terrible, savage Street Fighter beatings that I took. But yeah, so that just is as fun as ever. You know, it still feels like the timing is impossible to get right. You still feel vaguely like you're button mashing.
That's just all I ever do.
Yeah. And it's just, oh, it's so good. I'm so happy to have it back.
It's fantastic. And then we went in with Mario Kart as well.
Yeah, I was not
really
so good
fun.
at that.
It's just Mario Kart as you remember it, just in a little older version.
Yeah. Also, but if you played, like everybody plays Mario Kart on the Wii now, which is like where I honed my skills. And
sure, honed.
Thank you. But the thing is, like if you played it on the Wii, you are in for a terrible time playing it on the SNES. Like I forgot how clunky it is, how difficult to control it is. Like it's really brutal. Bowser's Castle I was not impressed, okay? I spent my whole life falling into lava or like trapped in a corner. So yeah, didn't enjoy it quite as much as Street Fighter, but...
And we also gave a go to a couple of the RPGs on there as well. So we gave a go to the Mario one, which is fantastic.
Yeah, it's just fun, isn't it?
And the interesting one we gave a go to newly was Secret of Mana.
So let me tell you about this game. Okay, if you haven't played, like mini spoiler alert, I'm going to spoil kind of the first 5 minutes of the game. So the story is, it begins with you and 2 of your friends. So you're a kid, you're out for a wander in the woods with your friends. Immediately the game begins, you fall off a waterfall and your friends think you're dead and leave you, okay? They don't check if you're okay, they don't even try and find you. They just leave. They're like, oh my god, yeah, this kid is dead, we're out of here. Infuriating already.
Friends.
So then you're in the woods and you're trying to like figure out a way home. It's all, you know, bushes and rough undergrowth and you know, you can't find your way through. And then you happen upon a sword. Ideal, you would think, right?
Excalibur, I assume.
Yes. So I pulled it out. Apparently I wasn't made king. That's what I assumed happened when you pull swords out. But instead, I was like, okay, fair enough. I'll just use it to hack my way home, which I did very effectively. Only to arrive to a furious village who were mad at me because apparently everybody but me knew that this sword was a magic monster protecting sword that stopped the village from being attacked.
And you not knowing was somehow your fault.
Yeah, and apparently me, a child, had not been informed that I shouldn't play with the cool sword in the woods that everybody but me knew about. So I was banished from the village. Instantly banished from the village. And not just banished from the village, but the man who was my adopted father, who supposedly raised me from birth, was the one to kick me out and say that I could never come back. I mean, I have never been so angry in my whole life. I was furious. And all I can say is that they're lucky I'm not allowed to use that sword in the village because I would have killed everybody there.
You were, however, able to use that sword elsewhere in the game.
Yeah. I mean, you should have seen me angrily hacking around the rest of the game because I was so furious. And it turns out I'm not the only one. There's been a lot of Twitter chat about how betrayed people feel by this by this situation. And I'm glad because I felt like I needed a support group. It was devastating and infuriating. But yeah, once you're past that like incredibly traumatizing experience, the rest of the game is awesome.
A lot of flowers to kill.
Yeah, flowers to kill, obviously. Flowers attack you in this game.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, bees, wasps. I think bees are nice, wasps are evil.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm assuming they're wasps, but it's really fun.
It is so much
like again, a really nostalgic game, and you can play co-op. It takes a little while to get there. We couldn't figure out.
Exactly. We were like, is this now co-op? No. Is this now co-op? No.
But eventually you do like grab yourself a little buddy, and so you can play with a friend
who can help you revive. Makes it just a lot easier overall, I would
If
say.
you do die away from like a checkpoint or somewhere you can save, you will have to play with their ghost for a while, which is pretty entertaining. For a long while. Especially because their ghost can't do anything, which I feel like would be another traumatic experience as a child, to have your dead friend's ghost follow you around, but that's fine. Interesting development choices. But yeah, so Secret of Mana, I'm really enjoying. And we are obsessed with the SNES Mini.
Yes.
We give it like 10 out of 10.
I would at least. Yeah.
At least it is absolutely fantastic. I know, you know, like I said, a lot of people were worried about supply, but as far as we can tell, you know, everybody's got one. Yeah. We kind of went to show off on Twitter all excitedly that we had one, and it seems like everyone else had one too. So it looks like maybe the kind of supply demand has been balanced out this time. Kind of lessons learned from the last attempt.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we just absolutely love it, and we cannot recommend it enough. Alright, let's take a look at what's been happening in the rest of the gaming world this week, starting off with CUPHEAD. Now, if you've ever felt like your life was missing an extraordinarily angry potato, then CUPHEAD is the game for you. Released last week on PC and Xbox, the indie title's unique hand-drawn vintage cartoon art, which we're just a little obsessed with, quickly won the game a legion of fans. However, CUPHEAD also faced complaints from players who feel like the game is unnecessarily difficult. Inspired by titles like Contra and Gunstar Heroes, it's fair to say that the game isn't easy, but we don't think it's impossible. Yes, it requires patience, a lot of patience, but the game never feels unfair. If you don't feel like learning boss battle patterns or repeating levels, then yeah, you probably won't have a good time. But if you grew up with the kind of 2D run and gun shooters that influenced CUPHEAD's developers, you'll absolutely love this.
We've also got a full review of CUPHEAD coming soon, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Now, when Epic Games announced a new last man standing mode for Fortnite, it wasn't just PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds who noticed a few similarities. After all, if we say you're dropped into a lobby, ferried to an island, and then set loose to search for weapons and take out other players, you probably wouldn't know which game we were talking about.
Safe to say, the indie success story doesn't consider Battle Royale a flattering homage, and have since gone on to threaten further action. It also can't help that Fortnite launched the new mode for free and preempted PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds' move to console, an Xbox exclusive coming later this year.
That said, PlayerUnknown Battleground developer Bluehole have made it clear that their issue is more to do with the business relationship they have with Epic Games, rather than the new mode itself. The indie title is made using a license of Unreal Engine 4, which is owned by Fortnite's creators, an arrangement which will probably face a little bit of scrutiny now that the two companies have competing games.
Of course, Battle Royale isn't an original idea, and Fortnite isn't the only one to take inspiration from the PlayerUnknown Battleground. The Smash shooter is currently topping Steam's concurrent player chart. It isn't hard to see why the last man standing modes have started popping up across the industry.
In particular, Grand Theft Auto 5 recently introduced Motor Wars, a competitive Battle Royale mode with a shrinking kill box. Sound familiar? So, should you feel guilty for playing Fortnite's new mode? Well, maybe just a little. But as for which game to play, it really depends on what you're looking for. If all you want is the fun, frenetic energy of a last man standing shooter, and you don't want to pay for it, then Fortnite's Battle Royale has everything you're looking for. But if you want a more nuanced, atmospheric experience, then you'll probably prefer jumping out of your skin thanks to a surprise headshot in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Overwatch have finally set a date for this year's Halloween event, as well as revealing 2 of the upcoming skins. But if you want all the details on the spooky celebration, you'll need to watch our new show, The Payload. It's dedicated to all things Overwatch, so make sure to check it out. After you've watched this, of course.
Say goodbye to your friends and family. The most adorably addictive game ever created has arrived on the console you can carry everywhere. Yep, that's right, Stardew Valley is now available on Switch. The Harvest Moon-inspired indie title first launched last year and, somewhat surprisingly for a game that's about farming, was a huge smash hit. Of course, that might be something to do with the extraordinary amount of flirting that takes place in the game. Apparently, Tinder's got nothing on farm life. The Switch version will also add a long-awaited multiplayer mode, letting you join up to 3 friends on your agricultural adventure. Now, if you're anything like us, you are absolutely desperate for the next series of Stranger Things. Obviously, it doesn't hit screens until Halloween this year, but if you can't wait that long, we have got a surprise for you. There is a fantastic Stranger Things mobile game.
And it is amazing. One of my favourite free-to-play games of all time on the mobile platform.
Yeah, I mean, every TV show these days seems to have some kind of lame, tired mobile game that isn't very good, clearly took somebody like 3 days to make. This one is fantastic. It is like a standalone game. There is so much to it, really in-depth.
It's such an 80s era game as well. It's 8-bit, all the sound effects to go with it. It's very much of the Stranger Things universe as well. You're collecting Eggos, you're meeting up with your friends, you're riding bikes, you're fighting off the government, all the things you'd hope from a Stranger Things game.
Yeah, I mean, but the only thing I would say, this is my only downside, is that if, like me, you loved Barb, and if you didn't, I don't really want to hear from you because, you know, Barb for life. They've made like a ton of characters in the game have red hair and big glasses. So I just spent the whole time being like, it's Barb! Oh, it's just somebody else. It's Barb! Oh, it's just somebody else. Like every time. So developers, stop tricking me into thinking Barb's back, okay? I love her.
Having said that, there is a particular biker with a mohawk who goes around spewing love about Barb.
So at least I know somebody out there appreciates her as much as I do. Because she is great and I desperately wish she was coming back. But yeah, until the new series comes out, we are going to be just, heads down playing this game non-stop because it is absolutely fantastic.
Great way to spend the time if you just cannot wait.
Yeah. Well, that's all we've got time for. We're off to fight a particularly grumpy carrot in CUPHEAD.
See you next week.